This morning's Coffee With is with Vicky Lawrence and Dr. Neeta Ogden.
Satellite interview furnished by Novartis and Gentech. Vicky, Doc, how's it going today? What's up? Don't you get a standing ovation?
What's up? It's World Urticaria Day, you guys.
Don't you get a standing ovation from all the stations that have you on? You seem to be taken back by that.
I don't know. I haven't been watching. I can't see you. You can see me. I can't see you.
But I would think that other stations would also roll out the red carpet. Or are we just that classy, Lynn?
We're just that classy.
We're just that classy.
Yes.
I think you are just that classy.
There you go. I want to jump into this World Urticaria Day. First off, CIU is a, the more I start reading about this, the more I think I know people that have to deal with this. Why don't you talk about it and let's go for it.
I'm sure you want to explain it?
Yes, great. So CIU is chronic idiopathic urticaria. This is a medical condition where you get chronic. That means lasting longer than 6 weeks. Idiopathic, we don't have an identifiable cause. Urticaria, that's the fancy medical word for hives. And what we see is people have intensely itchy hives that come and go. They last for weeks and months. They search and search for a reason, but there's really no identifiable cause. It tends to affect women more than men, twice as likely in women, and it affects 1.5 million Americans, so it's very common, usually striking between the ages of 20 to 40.
So Vicky, tell us about your personal experience and when you first broke out in hives and realized you had CIU.
Well, I just out of the clear blue broke out in hives about 5 years ago, and off to the allergist, and we tried everything that you can think about that you would do for an allergic reaction, because when you break out in hives, I think you immediately think stress, or you've eaten something wrong, or that it's an allergic reaction. The allergist said most people break out in hives at some point in their lives. It goes away and you never think about it again. But for 1.5 million of us, it is chronic and there is no known cause. And you don't get that diagnosis for 6 weeks. And so when I had a check, my doctor and I were able to manage my condition. I've been hive free for 5 years, but when I had the opportunity to jump on board this website, I did so happily, just to hopefully get the word out there that CIU is a real condition. You haven't lost your mind, because it's not really something you talk to your friends about, hives. It can be a little bit isolating and frustrating trying to find out. I think CIU patients try to blame it on themselves, something I've done wrong. And it's not. It's just a chronic condition for 1.5 million of us, and I'm pleased to hopefully point people in the right direction. They can get on CIUandU.com. They can listen to my whole story, and if it sounds remotely familiar at all, they can then, there are lots of downloadable materials. They can track their hives. There's a conversation starter on there so that when they do get to the right allergist or dermatologist, they can have a meaningful conversation with them and hopefully find a way to manage their condition.
Dr. Ogden, we've only got about a minute left. Here's my question to you. What should one of our viewers immediately say to their doctor or dermatologist when they walk in? Not that, should they just say, hey, I've got, what is this? Or is there something they should say specifically to open that conversation?
I think that's a really great question, and I think that it's important to actually go to this website, CIUandU.com, because it's exactly addressing this point. You're going to your doctor and saying, I'm getting itchy welts all over my body and I don't know what the reason is. And this is probably the one thing that I hear most common. And the beauty of that website is that it allows people to track their symptoms and in a way that isn't too medically complicated. It really pertains to what their life is and what they're experiencing. And once you take it from there, the doctor can get a great clinical history and help manage the condition better.
Okay, what is that website? One more time, y'all.
It's CIUandU. It's all spelled out, you guys. CIUandYOU.com. You download the materials, hand them to the doctor, and say, I think I have what Vicky has.
Cool. I think I have what Vicky has.
Okay.
All right. Hey, listen, guys, we've got to run. thanks for the information. This has been a good one. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.